Yeah, hello everyone. Here's Kate again. Keep truth alive. Um, this will be. I'm gonna continue from time to time to make videos about Johnny Depp, who is a definite narcissistic abuse survivor, because the media just simply won't let it alone, no matter what. Just when you think it's safe to move on and go back in the water, it's filled with poop about Amber Heard again. And no matter what, nobody is going to make me shut up about it as long as it keeps going on, because the problem with shutting up, and I wrote a blog about this, the more you shut up about narcissistic abuse, people, think that there's a time limit on talking about abusers. It's not necessarily so. And people still talk about their abusers not because they're still stuck in pain all the time necessarily. They could be survivors and thriving and, laughing and enjoying life in the moment. But these war stories are still what they are, and it made them strong, and it made me strong. And so Johnny Depp, even though he's being silent, that's his choice. That's how he's handling it, and it's actually a good thing for him, I'm sure. But the fact is, this is affecting the entire world. I mean, it's more than just Johnny Depp. It is the whole movement to stop abuse, which is a global, very important, incredibly crucial issue on today's planet, on the whole planet, for centuries. I mean, people are coming out and speaking about things that they've never talked about before, and I support it with regard to real abuse victims. It has to happen. It can't be silenced. The problem is there are so many people twisting it who insist on believing that women alone are the victims of abuse. And then you have women like Amber Heard who out and out lied. There have been so many things, pieces of evidence to prove that she lied, that were swept under the rug during the whole proceedings. I mean, you can look it up online. It is everywhere. I'm sorry. There were eyewitnesses that saw Johnny being charged and beaten up by Amber Heard. She was throwing bottles at him. Venus, Autumn on Venus, I highly recommend her channel. Please check her out and check out her videos on Amber Heard and Johnny Depp. She has a lot of documents that she put together and showed and talked about and told the world. I don't have those right now, but I have talked and linked and linked and linked on my blog. It's all over Free Madness. You can look at it. There's all kinds of smear campaigns, including that of TMG, the management group, who is still embroiled in their nice little lawsuit with Johnny Depp, and has been an attempt to smear him. And God bless him. He's rising above it and he's moving forward. But the people who keep up with him are affected by this because it's such a global issue. It is not something that we can just be silent about. And so that said, the latest that happened today was I refreshed Johnny Depp's news page, and I was all excited about him possibly playing guitar for Marilyn Manson and other wonderful things he's doing. And then this thing pops up about Nina Dobrev, who is a hairdresser, or she's an activist, she's a feminist activist, supporting Time's Up, and I guess is affiliated with Me Too, like about defending abuse victims and speaking out against abuse. And she's under fire by a ton of tweeters who are calling her out and yelling and bullying her because she met Johnny Depp along with a friend at a Hollywood Vampires concert somewhere. and posed with him. Okay, so she posed with Johnny Depp at a Hollywood Vampires concert. So what? And now, and she's under fire for supposedly being a hypocrite and supporting an abuser. Now, where on God's green earth was it ever proven that Johnny Depp is an abuser? He was accused. He was accused. That is not the same thing as actually being guilty. And until people get it through their thick skulls that a lot of people can be falsely accused of things. What about the Memphis 3? Are people protesting Damien Echols for being free? I mean, it's not like he's super, super famous, but Johnny Depp did defend him, and Johnny Depp is super, super famous. Are people bemoaning the fact that the Memphis 3 is out of jail? Fine, I get it. They had to plead guilty, which I'm sure a lot of people were happy about, but that really messed them up for life. But they're out of jail. They did not get killed. I'm sure a lot of people were upset about that who actually did believe that those 3 innocents killed people. But people are falsely accused of things all the time. There are people on death row that are not guilty. There are people in prison that are not guilty. Yo, what about the Guildford 4? Jerry Conlon. Remember that movie In the Name of the Father, which was a biography of Jerry Conlon? He was played by Daniel Day-Lewis, and the very problem is everybody knows and supports and understood when they went and saw that movie. They were horrified, like I was, that this poor kid and his whole family were sentenced to all these years in jail for something that they did not do. His father died in jail. Jerry Conlon's father died in jail, in prison. And, God, doesn't anybody realize that it happens all the time? Why the hell can't it happen with domestic violence? Why? Why can't women be wrong? Why can't they be liars? Why is that such a concept that is completely ridiculous? Why are people like me who call out women abusers like Amber Heard, and I watched Johnny Depp deteriorate when he was with her, physically, not just, I mean, you could see it in his eyes, and just little thing. I mean, he was not comfortable in his skin. He didn't want to be anywhere he was. He was completely depressed. The guy was a mess, and now, look at him. He's thriving. Hello, he looks 10 years younger than he looked when he was with her, especially in 2015. Holy shit, guys, Why? But this is relating to narcissism. This is what happens. This is how narcissists twist things around. This is how evil stays alive. You try to stand up for something. You try to stand up for something important and protect innocence from abuse. And some narcissist is going to come in and twist it. Someone like Amber Heard will come in and just say, oh, yeah, well, I was abused by Johnny Depp. And everybody's like, oh, my God. I mean, she went through a lot of trouble. I get it. She went through a lot of trouble. And you see these, horrific looking bruises on her face. But we're, one minute they're here, next minute they're down there. And then, and it's like, and it's all the same night. I mean, what the fuck, guys? You see all this red stuff around her face. She sold it to People magazine. She sold it. Why did she sell it? She sold it before she got the restraining order. And then she got the restraining order, and she's walking down with this damn thing underneath her cheekbone. And where was it? There's all this stuff over here, and then where'd this come from? What are you going to tell me that 3 days later that appeared? And where was all this, in the Instagram picture that was taken? You can look it up. There was an Instagram picture taken of her with just Amber Heard Instagram picture. I'd Google if I were you. It was May 22nd, the day after the night where she supposedly had the iPhone thrown at her with all this red stuff all over her face. And the next day, I mean, there was no swelling, there was nothing, there was just, this thin little hank of hair over her eye. That woman was not bruised. That woman was not injured. That woman was not anything. The cops came and saw nothing. I mean, all those pictures of all, glass, wreckage, wine bottles, or, something thrown against the wall. Come on, that was so staged. That was so fake. You think the cops would have left if they were all that? I don't think so. They'd have found Johnny Depp. He would have spent time in jail. I don't care. Don't tell me. There was no evidence of a crime. Why would they say that? Why would they get away with it? They can't get away with that this day and age, guys. I'm sorry. You can check. LAPD, I don't care how rich Johnny Depp is. I've had this namby-pamby, wishy-washy, stupid argument. And at this point, I still have to temper people on that video I made about Johnny Depp, being, and Amber Heard I exposed her as a narcissist abuser in the video that she made of Johnny Depp being angry because he was just at the end of it all. It was that same year she filed for divorce. He had spent 4 years being abused by this woman. He was completely undone. And all people can say was he was drunk, he was swearing, he was cursing, he was angry. This is typical narcissist behavior. No, it's not. It is some behavior that, yes, some narcissists do. Narcissists are freaking multifaceted, guys. Come on now. You can be the sweetest sounding human being. You can have the sweetest smile on your face and be a narcissist abuser. You can be calm as a cucumber and be abusing someone narcissistically. I've been there. I have been abused narcissistically in that manner. This calm, cool, no, this is it. No, the sky is green. No, the moon is made of green cheese. The moon is made of green cheese. Can you imagine? You're sitting here. You have to listen to me. You have to agree with me. And you have to remember this for the rest of your days. The moon is made of green cheese. Can you imagine somebody telling you that over and over and over again? That's gaslighting. And they're calm as a cucumber. Think about it. That's an extreme example, but hey, look. Narcissists are crazy, guys. Narcissists will do anything to get off, to get their rocks off, to keep you weakened, to keep you their supply. All I am saying, guys, now Nina Dobrev is being, profiled for supporting Johnny Depp by standing next to him in a picture and being some kind of hypocrite. Come on, guys. I mean, narcissists are twisting everything and making it all about this, weird, wacky, you can't support an accused abuser. He was accused. He's not an abuser. They're not the same thing. You can't put them in the same sentence. There are too many ways that narcissists are twisting the world around. Trump, people on, the feminist, third wave feminists. It doesn't matter where you are. Don't tell me Trump's not a narcissist because I'm not interested. Don't tell me the lefties are all the narcs. Don't put it all in categories. I'm not putting all feminists in a category either. Just so everybody knows that. I think it's really amazing and epic that Nina, who is supporting, Me Too or Time's Up, whatever, and feminism and everything, and is a feminist and speaks out about it and calls herself a feminist, is, stood there in front of Johnny Depp, next to Johnny Depp, and enjoyed his company. And you could tell that she was enjoying being there. Her and her friend had a nice photo taken with their favorite actor, guitar player, whoever, and they seem to be having a great time. And why not? I think it's awesome that she did that. I think it's about time somebody who called themselves a feminist, dismissed Amber Heard completely and just, focused on people who are genuinely guilty. People who genuinely have more dirt on their faces. Like, I don't know, Harvey Weinstein and whoever else. It's just, I mean, there's a lot of men that do insidious shit. A lot of men who are misogynistic pigs. Yes, those men are generally narcissists, most of them. Or they're just troubled beings whose abuse, is not excusable by any means. Their childhoods do not excuse whatever abuse they did to women. Same with women and men. I'm never going to stop saying it. It's not gender specific. Abuse is abuse. Narcissists are everywhere. And we got to keep staying alert, staying awake, and staying aware. And soldiering on and talking. Thank you for listening. Namaste. Blessed be.